Hello and welcome to Makeshift Marble Run's Halloween Spooktacular. This event will see 12 spooky speedy racers from across a variety of disciplines competing in a mini 3-race tournament to be crowned this year's Halloween Pump King or Pump Queen. They'll be taking on our spooky homemade marble run, with the winner being the marble that has the most number of points overall after 3 races, with 15 points for a win, 12 for second, 10 for third, and then 8 through to 0 for the rest. These are our 12 punderful competitors today, each speedy specialists in their own race event. And they're lined up ready to get underway for our first race. Here they come along the opening stretch, a fairly straightforward mummified straight. No real obstacles as such, other than those 11 nightmares beside you of course. It's Formula One's Boomacher and cycling's Broome who lead the way early on. But Boomacher, who's actually representing the ghosties in this event, is shaken off course by his own kind. This third portion of the course is certainly more treat than trick for Ghoula Radcliffe and NASCAR's Goredon, as they both move up to challenge for first place. And it is Goredon who takes the lead coming into the pumpkin patch. But it's still a very tight race and there's still a lot of movement, including at the front of the pack. The Batmobile storms into the lead now, with Broome just behind him, regaining that good early form. That white marble in third is Boomacher, now being overtaken by Sir Steve Redgraveyard. Congourd and Lazybones are just behind them, and there's a real battle for first place heating up now as we come to the final section of this race. It looks like the Batmobile has seen off one final attempt from Broome, and they cross the line for the narrowest of victories and the first 15 points of this competition. Broome sweeps up second place for 12 points, with Sir Steve completing the podium in third. The final finishers dripping in now with Mehydra Racing, followed by Chitty Fang bringing up the rear. They're not quite in last place though, as Fleshe Owens got caught out gorging on those pumpkins. Let's take a look now at those classified results for race 1. No real surprises there, as we've literally just watched that race unfold. Here we go again for race 2 this time. It will be the same track for all 3 of our races. Let's see if our marbles handle it any differently this time. It's the Batmobile, winner of the previous race, who's out in front. But they get spooked, and once again Goredon is able to take full advantage during the trick-or-treat portion. Yeah, it's meant to be trick-or-treated. It's just chocolate, I'm sorry. Once again it's Goredon who's first out into the pumpkin patch. He manages to hold on to the lead a little longer this time, but also replicating their first race form is the Batmobile. Again storming into the lead as they come through what's meant to be like a witch's lair. Holy marbles, Batman! The Batmobile has come flying off the course, just as it looked as if it was on track for its second consecutive victory. So nigh, yet so far. That clears the way for Jeff to take the victory, with Congourd flying into second. Sir Steve Redgraveyard yet again finishing third. Water improvement from Mehydra Racing, and also from Chitty Fang, who overtake Usain Bolts right on the finish line. It's Ghoula Radcliffe and then Lazybones, those 2 white marbles. And Broome, insert pun here. Fleshe Owens manages to finish the race this time, but he's the last to do so, with only the Batmobile and Boomacher, who both came flying off the course earlier on in the race, finishing below them in the standings. Here's confirmation of the results from that race. And let's take a look at how things stand after 2 races as we go into the final race. Sir Steve Redgraveyard in pole position. Another podium finish would surely win in this championship, unless of course Goredon or Congourd can get the better of him in this final race. The Batmobile and Broome also have a decent chance, but they'll probably need a lot to go their way if they're going to make it. Formula E's Mehydra Racing is the standout marble so far. The rest of them fairly evenly matched behind. But can they hold their nerve in this ghosty graveyard? The leaders in the previous 2 races couldn't, but Mehydra do. Although Chitty Fang find some fantastic form and take the lead. Redgraveyard looking strong once again, as is Broome. And there's quite a gap now between these front 4 and the rest of the pack. If it stays this way, it looks to be between Broome and Redgraveyard for the championship. But it's Chitty Fang who looks hot for this race just now. I'm not sure anyone's going to get close to Chitty Fang. Although just as I say that, Froome picks up some pace. And he's going to have to try and snatch first if he can, with Redgraveyard poised for 3rd. But that little bump may well hand Fang the victory. While that bump from Redgraveyard may hand Broome the championship. Usain Bolts into 3rd. And it all comes down to Redgraveyard versus Goredon. Goredon's got his eyes on an overall podium finish, but Redgraveyard's got his fingertips on that trophy, and I think he's just about done enough. The Batmobile finish next, and they will be left wondering what could have been. Just a few more stragglers to come in now, and this course has clearly proven a bit too much for some of our marbles. So this is how our final race finished. And more importantly, this is what it does to the overall standings. Congratulations to Sir Steve Redgraveyard, who takes this championship by 1 point. Consistency was key in the end with 3 solid races. But a big well done and congratulations also to Broome and Jeff Goredon, who joined Sir Steve on the podium. Thank you once again for joining us, we hope you had fun. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from Makeshift Marble Runs. But until then, bye!